good.
Ain't too bad out here.
Nah, I said it was supposed to be warmer here. It feels kind of warm, so. All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. All right, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. And as always, want to give a special peace and blessings and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect. All right, we out here another week to prophesy, all right, and to do what was commanded of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, okay, which is to let you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans know that you are the biblical Israelites according to the Bible. Also, we're here to forewarn you of the coming destruction that the Lord is getting ready to bring in these latter days, all right? And basically, you know, when we set up, okay, in the words that we teach, all right, we will be considered the prophets of doom because that's the message, you know? The message is the times that we're coming into, all right? And we're here to let you know that bad times are coming to America, which is Babylon the Great, and also bad times are coming around the world, okay? Bad times around the globe, period. All right. The latest thing that happened was there was an earthquake yesterday in Thailand, and the brother Gabar War has sent something in the WhatsApp chat that we have, and he made a good point. He said this is how people are going to react when sudden judgment comes. And basically, it was a video of a Jake. You know, he lives over there in Thailand. He does a lot of videos. He shows how cheap it is to live over there and shit. He basically he boasts, you know, how he's living over there. And that when that earthquake hit, they happened to be filming, and he was like, "Oh shit," you know, they was trying to get out the apartment building they was in, and the words that he said was, he said, "Yo, we about to die, we about to die," you know, and they tried to get out, but I guess it was like some way they couldn't get out. You know, I don't think they died or anything, but when that earthquake was happening, you can tell that their spirits was rattled.
Fear of death.
You know, the fear of death, yeah. So he said, "Yo, we about to die, we about to die," you know, and that's how Jake is gonna react. You know, and you can come on this side too, bro. Whenever you come over here.
Yeah, man, and earthquakes are a very unique natural disaster, you know, because when it comes to like snowstorms and hurricanes, you got warning. You know, it comes to a lot of natural disasters, you got usually have a warning. But with an earthquake, man, there is no warning. The shit just starts shaking.
Right.
You know, and the fear is instantaneous. Just like the Lord is good. The Lord starts stricken these people with the things that He's about to send. A lot of them are going to come without warning. You know, just like
Trick Daddy. Go ahead.
I remember on 9/11, that came with no warning.
Yep.
Right? Nobody knew that. I came into work that one day, and everybody, the whole place was in there watching the damn TV. I'm like, what, is nobody doing any work? And then they're sitting there telling me what's going on. I'm like, holy shit, man. You know? But that's how a lot of these things are going to be happening. Got something?
Yeah, this is the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 1. Blow you the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. And let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. For the day of the Lord comes, it is nigh at hand.
Yeah, so when the Lord brings judgment, you know, that's why it says He's gonna come as a thief. It's gonna be sudden upon the people. And right now is the time where the prophets are blown. Right now is when you get the warning.
Yeah, but see, the thing about it is, when we giving out the warning, the people ain't trembling.
Right.
They're not afraid. Hey, when you read Matthew, it say earthquakes is one of the signs of His coming. They supposed to have a fear.
And that was a 7.7.
That was a big one.
That's a big earthquake. So right now is the time. That's why, like, you know, like it should be hundreds of Jakes listening to us. But when that time comes, we know that the judgment is gonna be so great that more people are gonna die and suffer than more that are delivered and saved.
You gotta think about it. What's the first thing when you found out about that earthquake yesterday? What's the first thing that popped in our head? Matthew 24,
Yep.
2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter. That shit. That's the first thing we thought about.
Earthquakes in diverse places.
We was happy. I was happy.
Yeah, that was actually like the first video I'd seen when I turned on Twitter was that one skyscraper fall.
That's what I was about to say. They had big ass skyscrapers falling, man. Them shits was crumbling like the Most High just blew on the building.
Yeah.
You know, and they just fell. You had Jake's running, and then when the building came down, all that smoke came. Everybody was trying to run, but the smoke was just like overtaking them and shit. Like you can't run from it.
And that's judgment, man. Because I did a little background check on that that building, and that's where a lot of them tourists take them little Thai prostitutes, man. Like the little ones. So there might have been some elite Edomites up in there with some children. You know,
Never know.
never know.
Yeah, pretty soon.
And I'm gonna bring out Ezekiel too.
Look at 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 2.
Hold on, let this
Let's go.
Shalom. Go ahead, bro.
Now, the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. But the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them, and travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Yeah, as travail upon a woman with a child, they shall not escape. You know? And the day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night. And judgment is going to overtake these people, and they're going to be swallowed up in death. You know? Because when the time was right for you to get the warning, you basically shrugged your shoulders, or you wagged your hand. And everything that we saying that was gonna come to pass, you was like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. Nah, them niggas crazy. Nah, they just read Bibles. You know, not really taking heed for your life. That's why it says this word can save ourselves and them that hear us. Because what are we saying that's not true? What are we saying that's not coming to pass? We're coming out the Holy Scriptures. You know?
And I'm noticing a lot. There's more and more people starting to come up against the Israelites now and talking shit, you know, saying stay away from these groups, stay away from the Israelites. You know, and the scripts say there should come scoffers, you know.
Yeah, the Most High is making them do that.
Yeah.
That way that their death is gonna be justified.
Hey, you got Israelites telling other Israelites to stay away from us.
Yeah.
So that's what's beautiful though. It like going back to that what he just read where it said the Lord was gonna come as a thief in the night. They got a thing called like Project Bluebeam. And when you watch these movies, they always got like with danger coming, they always got like a certain time to before the danger get here. But
Right.
the Lord said he's gonna come as a thief in the night.
Yeah.
That's a fearful thing that it's gonna be quick. It say you know where it's at, where it say as lightning.
Oh yeah, Matthew 24.
Get that real quick. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's lightning.
And a thief normally comes when you either sleep,
I don't know if it's
he comes at nighttime when you least expecting it, and that's how it's gonna be with Yahweh Shai. You know?
That's a fearful thing, cause you're not gonna like with Patrick Booby, they gonna post like, oh, do go to the Lord, like no, where it say not there or near. Yeah, get that.
Yeah, I got it. The book of Matthew chapter 24 and 26, starting 26. Wherefore they say unto you, behold, he is in the desert.
Yeah, that's what they gonna do. They gonna be like, oh, the Lord, he's in Jerusalem now, or he like, no, it's gonna be quick, and then it's gonna be the deliverance gonna happen and the destruction. Go ahead.
Go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not.
Yeah, he in the secret. Oh, he's in the secret chambers. He's coming out in 3 days, like they do the Pope shit. Like, go ahead.
Believe it not.
Yeah.
For as lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
So he gave us an example. And when you see lightning, it's really quick. You hear that? Where you see the lightning first, then you hear the sound. And if the lightning already gone by the time you hear the sound,
Yeah, and that's why the scriptures tell us to measure the times, because the elect is not gonna be fooled by that shit. You know? First of all, we know what Yahweh Shai looks like, you know? So you ain't gonna be able to deceive us with no cracker, man.
You watch, man.
You ain't going for that shit.
It's gonna look
Yeah,
just
ain't
like
got
the one on the Google search. You
if y'all gonna do it, hey, at least do it. Make them look like how we say.
Yeah.
Don't be. These motherfuckers put Cesare in the sky. We gonna be like, what the fuck is? Get the fuck out of here, man.
David de
You know what I'm
Rothschild's
saying?
gonna fucking appear out of
Yeah.
his grave, man.
Yeah.
If you gonna do it, make it look good, man.
Yeah.
You know, you still gonna be go in slavery, but hey, if you gonna do it right.
You gonna look like the South Park Jesus.
Trying to trick me.
Yeah.
They gotta have some stupid ass niggas bowing down saying, "Oh my God, they're Jesus!"
Yeah.
in the sky, man. You gotta have those niggas, man. Hey,
Like the ones on the fucking the candles.
Yeah.
It says Ezekiel 2:1. And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me, and set me upon my feet, that I heard him that spake unto me.
Get
And he-
Matthew 24 and 24 too.
And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me. Okay, now, and our people, man, they're the ones that don't want to listen. They're the ones 9 times out of 10 when they come up on some bullshit, man.
Like before we opened up the camp, the nigga asked us for a cigarette, and then we said, nah, we don't smoke. We don't, you know, and then he seen us setting up the tripod. The nigga said, y'all about to shoot a movie? You know, like Jake is in his brain is not functioning where it should be.
And he's seen us out here before. He looked pretty familiar, man. They and their fathers have transgressed me even unto this very day. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted.
And that's why it says judgment must begin at the house of the Most High, because a lot of you Israelites are just taking up space. The Most High don't have no use for you right now. You'll come back through the loins of the elect. You'll come back, but right now it's just like Jake is so wicked. The scriptures say you become more wicked than the wicked. You know, you do things on a very low vibrational level, man. And you have no want to seek after Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai.
Man,
You know?
that reminds me, a few days ago, I seen some young Jake. He must have been in his early 20s. His pants were sagging so fucking much. He was so fucking stoned, man. He almost walked into a speeding car, and then he went like that. Like that. That's our people in a nutshell, man. Just walking around blindly.
And they crashing out. They doing all types of murder and crimes, and pretty much they don't have nothing to look. They don't got nothing to look forward to. You know, the way the society's set up. You know, it's no hope. It's no faith. You know, you got people just going day by day with no vision and no hope. You know, nothing to look forward to. The American dream is dead. Retirement is dead. So you got everybody either trying to chase a bag or chase clout.
Those are the Israelites in Romans, the 11th chapter, when the Most High said the election have obtained it and the rest were blinded. So they were given over to that slumber, that deep sleep, and that folly. They were given over to that. Before we go to Fire, get that 24 and 24.
Yeah, I got it.
Because our brother had posted it.
It's Matthew chapter 24, verse 24. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
And that's what we were going into. The elect is not going to be deceived by a Project Blue Beam or a false coming of Yahushai. And another thing is, he told us exactly how he was coming. He told us how he was coming. He told us what he looked like, so we know exactly what to expect. It says he going to come with the clouds, and every eye shall see him.
Yeah. And we know the clouds is the chariots,
chariots.
of the Lord. So we looking for chariots. They gonna try to throw him in the clouds on the motherfucker. You feel me?
Yeah,
You know,
he
like
got his
projection.
His face gonna be flashing through the clouds and shit, like it's glitching. Like,
Yeah.
nah, man, we looking for the ships.
They gonna,
Yeah.
they gonna make it go viral because they gonna have cameras and drones recording it.
They might have a shadow of the dude walking through the sky and
yeah,
shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like
It's probably
bullshit.
the frame rate's probably gonna speed up and slow down, like when you're playing a fucking video
some
game,
thunder
there's
in it.
Too many guys on the
Put some
screen.
thunder in there. We gonna be like, man,
Start getting chopped
some
and
bullshit, man. You know they gonna use their best AI, man. That was it.
Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert.
Go
Oh,
now.
that was
forth.
the verse
That was
before
it.
that. Okay, that was it then.
No, that was the verse after.
I know we read that though.
Read that.
We read that. Go ahead.
Back in Ezekiel 2, verse 5. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house. Yet
That's crazy.
shall
'Cause-
In the camp.
Nah, that's crazy because that's the homeless dude that be in the falls.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, but it looked like he got fringes on.
I
and
know,
shit.
right?
Go ahead.
yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them.
Yeah, yet they shall know that a prophet have been among them, because the word prophet means to say before. And that's what we've been doing for starting with the apostles and elders, you know, decades and decades, man. Letting you know what's coming to the forefront before it gets here. That's our job as men of the Lord. That's our duty as men of the Lord. This is our service to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know? And because we understand that when we do this, we're saving, you know, Lord willing, we're saving ourselves, man. Shalom, brother. Lord willing, we're saving ourselves. This is our duty. You know? And on top of that, we love to do this. This makes us feel good. Cause you go to work throughout the week, you be looking at all types of wicked shit, hearing wicked conversations. You gotta play it off like you really want to be at work when you don't. So camp is like, you know, it's like the thing where you can like let it out.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
it's certain things you can't speak on. We be vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Yep.
Like you hear all types of adultery on the fucking radio and shit. Like,
Yep.
shit is sick.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins.
Yeah, we come out here, we come out the Holy Scriptures. Our job is to let you know what you're doing if you're in the world. You know, because even though our righteousness is as filthy rags on this side, we're washed by the word, because we know what to do and what not to do. When you coming out of the world, you got all types of demons on you. You know, you may be still getting tattoos and still thinking committing adultery is cool, smoking weed, you know, ultimately just being a nigga. So our job is to show you where you going off, you know, let you know who you are as an Israelite, tell you the name of the Lord, you know, let you know what's coming, all the judgment that's coming, and we'll, you know, Lord willing, the Lord will flip that switch in your pineal gland and wake you up. Only thing we can do is let you know, man. It's really not up to us to say, oh, we gonna wake this dude up. It's up to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, but we are giving you the fair warning. Because a lot of times a dude will come up to the camp, he'll listen for 5 minutes, and then he'll leave. You know, that can be the Most High marking that man or that woman. But then you'll have those that are diligent, and the Most High may have sent them to actually wake them up. So they might come, you might see them dudes standing outside your camp for a year. That's how you know, like, okay, this man, you know, he may be of the elect, man. You know? So only thing we can do is come out and provide the service of the Lord. Go ahead.
And it's it's the script that say for the men that eateth and drinketh unworthily, you know, during the Passover, eateth and drinketh themselves unto destruction. So it's even men that's coming this truth and participated in the Passover for a year or multiple years, that drank the blood and ate the flesh unworthily, that ate and drank themselves unto destruction. So they marked themselves real bad.
That's your luck. So you even late to the ministry to the Passover. So we're about to go to the ultimate Passover, where Yahushua comes. You know, so they getting this truth, just wouldn't understand, but they rejected it. They're not found worthy to accept it. Only they're not the elect. So what the Lord got to do, they got to cast them out and destroy them. Man. So that's the fate of a lot of people who know they're Israelites. Man. You know, they got to get destroyed. Man.
And there's a lot of people that know they're Israelites. Like, this truth is all over the internet. It's men in almost every city.
But it's levels to it though. Like I always say, knowing you an Israelite is not enough.
Yeah.
You know, just because you know it's low level motherfuckers out there who know they Israelites, and they're so low level and worldly, man.
I watched this one 15-minute video of the big 6'5", 250-pound, pudgy ass Pegasus teddy bear. responding to Captain Tazariak, and there was all kinds of simps in the comment board,
Yeah.
man.
It's not
King
enough.
and woo, woo, woo,
It's
woo.
not enough. Knowing you an Israelite is not enough. Like it's levels to it, man.
Did you watch that, John?
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you watch the whole video?
Like, I skipped through it, man. I can't even fucking
But
listen.
see,
to that,
if you
man.
watch that whole video,
He's acting
was
like
trying
he
to-
already
No,
repented.
listen, he was trying to expose Captain Cesariak, but really he exposed himself because he was showing the text messages, and when they were saluting each other in the text message, you know, that's private. He was saying, Most High Christ blessed and shit like that.
Wow,
Like he was saying
yeah.
Christ, like if I see somebody from IUIC and we in the street. And they, Shalom, I'm gonna say, Shalom, Yahbashim, Yahbashim. I'm still gonna say Yahbashim,
Right.
that's what up. Or if I text somebody,
Yeah.
it ain't gonna be no Christ in the text. There ain't no Christ in our chat boxes and shit to each other.
That's like,
And if somebody do send a Christ in the chat box,
Let me know.
I'm like, yo, hold up.
we gonna correct that.
Nah, let me know, man. I'm gonna have to see it. Hey,
I
man.
better hear it laugh out loud.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, fuck Jesus and fuck Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Is that not
That's
black?
right.
Is that not blasphemy?
Right.
It's like you. It's like you say, but these
Nah,
fuckheads,
it's- But it's no power in that. There's no power in that. There's no power in JC, man.
Yeah.
You know, there's absolutely no power in that word, man.
And Alizar admitted to commit. He admitted without admitting that he committed adultery because he was trying to get at this girl from Philly, and she was pregnant, and he was texting her like, "Yeah, let me fuck," and she had a man, and he knew she had a man. He said she had a boyfriend, but she was texting her, "Let me fuck." Like,
That's wicked,
that's
man.
adultery.
That's wicked. That's
Even
odd.
if you didn't do it.
Hey, well, the Lord said even if you look at a, you know, because technically, you know, through the Spirit, we're all adulterers, but we speaking on the physical level of adultery. When you try to pop another man's wife, if you even really technically, if you look at another man's wife, that's adultery. You know, in the sexual, you know, look, because Jake be
lust.
doing that. Jake will see a woman walking down the street with her dude, and a nigga will still turn around and look at her ass when you clearly see she's with a man. You know, you don't do that, man. She might be holding the dude hand and shit. You could tell she got a nice shape, and the nigga will still turn around and look at the girl. You know, that's adultery, man. You know, you ain't supposed to be looking at no other man wife like that.
You committed adultery in your heart, which
Yeah.
is your mind.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You know, because she's probably sitting there fantasizing
Fantasizing.
about doing things with her, and
Cause one thing about Jake, you know, hey, we love the fat ass, man. It's a, you know, Jake loves big booty. You know, not that sloppy shit, but a nice shape, man. Hey, Jake he gonna spend some money. Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
In the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 2. I spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people,
Yep.
which walk up in a way that was not good out of their own thoughts. A people that provoke me to anger continually to my face.
Yeah, because Jake is so saturated in wickedness, they don't care what the Most High thinks. See, we think before, us brothers in this truth, we think before we do something. Because we know that if it's off, there's going to be a consequence. Jake, 2/3 of our people, they don't give a shit about consequences. You know? That's why it says, how's it go? Because judgment is not executed speedily. You know?
They hired this fully set to do
Yeah.
it.
So Jake will, well shit, I did this. Ain't nothing happened to me, so I'm gonna keep doing it. And then next thing you know, maybe 2 years down the line, you get gunned down. A lot of these Jakes that you read that, I know you got some real quick. Go ahead.
Nah, finish.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say a lot of Jakes that be getting gunned down. It's because of the fucking wickedness that they do, man.
Yeah,
They always robbing from niggas, stealing, killing, putting hits on niggas. You know?
Or adultery is real big in
Yeah.
our like people. Remember we was over there. Dude said, I asked him, would you fuck another
Oh
dude?
yeah,
He was
yeah.
like, yeah, hell yeah,
Yeah, I
hell
remember
yeah.
that.
Like,
Yeah.
I was like, would you want somebody to do that to you? No.
No,
Like,
yeah. And that's the point, man. You don't want another man digging in your garden. So why would you dig in another man's garden? Why would, you don't want a nigga to take your tomatoes, but you wouldn't go take his
and
tomatoes.
the scriptures say that a wife is like a unique possession, man.
He that getteth a wife getteth a possession.
That's a unique possession, man.
And that's why when niggas, if you find somebody popping your wife, that's why niggas be bugging out. Jake be fucking, he'll shoot some shit up. You know, you come home from work and you see a dude sleeping with your wife, Jake bug the fuck out.
Go crash out.
Your first reaction is
Supposed to.
bloodshed,
Yeah.
man.
You're supposed to though, because like you got this thing in the world where they say jealousy
Is the rage of a man.
Nah, jealousy is that's what they say in the Bible.
Yeah.
It's in the world they say jealousy is the trait of a woman, but the Most High was jealous.
Right.
He
Yeah,
said
that's
he
a
jealous
false
power.
saying.
Yeah, it's a false
Yeah.
saying.
Jealousy, yeah. The Most High is that's the reason why we went into captivity.
When you read it in Proverbs, it say that's gonna be a man's reaction.
Yep.
So you're supposed to want to kill that man.
Now, being feminine is the trait of a woman.
Yeah.
You know.
We got a lot of that shit going on. This
But
the book,
go ahead.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 12. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their leads, that say in their mind, Yahweh will not do good, neither will he do evil. And that's the mindset of our people. They act like the Most High. Tell you in Daniel that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. So, but the people don't think that. They act like like he not in all control of all things.
Come on this side, bro.
Somebody got a pocket for 18-1. This verse 13, it say, their goods shall become a booty, and their house is desolation. They shall build houses and not inhabit them. They shall plant vineyards, but not drink thereof. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty men shall cry there bitterly.
That's Zephaniah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, and you said in that video, I didn't get to catch it, but that video you said, dude was like, "Oh, we about to die."
Yeah, yep. That was his first reaction. That earthquake in Thailand.
Yeah, everything was sweet,
Yeah.
but now you about to die. I remember
And they was about to record their own death.
Yeah.
A lot of people gonna be recording their own death.
Well, they was already filming, and then the
Yeah.
earthquake happened, so they was in the middle of doing their thing,
Yeah, creating content.
and then the building and shit started shaking, and they live on a top floor.
Yeah.
So if that shit would have collapsed, they would have been done.
Yeah, I seen in one of the videos, it was like a tall building, and the joint was shaking, and they had like, you know how some of the buildings got like swimming pools in the roofs.
The water was
And
coming
oh,
off.
you see that
Yeah, I
shit?
seen that. Yeah.
I was
The water.
like, damn,
Yeah.
imagine if you
Yep.
was in the pool at that
Yep.
time.
Hold on, bro.
The guy pushed out that shit.
Right.
Yeah, yep.
I'm gonna finish on.
Keep going.
It say,
I seen videos of China, you know, it happened in Thailand, but of course, you know, China was affected too. And the damn pool on top of a building collapsed onto the street and washed people away.
Yep.
it say, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near. It hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress.
Yeah, people are gonna be troubled, distressed, having heart attacks. Their knees are gonna get weak. You know, they gonna be screaming out JC, but that nigga don't exist, so they ain't gonna get no help from him.
Hey, you
You know?
just, I seen something on the news saying that in Europe they was warning their citizens to prepare for 3 days of darkness, and they need to stock up on stuff to be able to survive for a week
That's
without
judgment.
no help.
That's judgment from the Lord.
Yeah, but so
Survival guides for the war, yeah.
Hey, don't be surprised if something big happens in the weeks to come.
yeah.
Because that's gonna happen. To the world, to the people of the world, they're gonna get shook up.
Yep.
They're gonna lose their mind.
Yep.
Yeah, hey man, something's gotta happen, man. They gotta make something bad happen and really push this MOTV. You know?
We're gonna Sirach chapter 18, verse 1. He that liveth forever prayeth all things in general. The Lord only is righteous, and there none other but he. Who governeth the world with the palm of his hand. All things obey his will. For he is the king of all, by his power dividing holy things among them from profane.
And that's the thing that, you know, our people got to understand is that nothing else is going to be able to deliver you. You can't climb up some other way. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is the only way. So when there's famines, pestilences, when people can't eat, all right, when the mark is implemented, there's only one power that's going to be able to deliver you from that. You ain't going to be able to call on Buddha or Allah, all right, or Jesus, okay, or some Hindu, the Hindu god, you know, or a lot of Jakes are fucking atheists, man.
Yeah.
You know, and the scriptures tell us that in Psalms 14, the fool have said in his heart there is no God. So the only power that's going to be able to deliver you out of these situations is the same power that's sending the plagues, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
I got something real quick. Hold on, let me get this. This is the book of Acts, chapter 4, verse 12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved.
And that's why it says the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is what? Safe. So there is no salvation in any other. In any other, there's no salvation.
Yeah, you will have these Christian churches saying, oh, the Lord got many names and all this bullshit. All right.
Yeah, you call on them names then and see where it gets you. Yep.
Go ahead and call on Serapis.
This is Sirach, Ecclesiastes, chapter 36, verse 15 and 16. Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name, reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful. You know, we brothers be talking
Let that go by, bro. I don't know if it's picking your voice up. It seems like it's been more trained than ever.
Right.
Go ahead, the spirit.
When we talk about reincarnation, regeneration, right, you got to know that the same prophets of old was teaching in that name, and they come back in this time teaching in that name. You know, like the video you sent me earlier about men, IUIC and other camps believe like it's not about the name. The name is part of the doctrine that's gonna have us get saved. You know, like when you in trouble, what you think you calling on, man?
Right.
Shabba dabba ding dong, you calling on the Heavenly Father's name and His Son that has power in the name.
They tell us, they say don't make the name a doctrine.
It is.
The name is a part of the doctrine. Right. We're not making it. That's a part of the doctrine.
Right. When you bring in who you trying to edify, you say the 12 tribes of Israel, Judah, and them. If the name don't matter, why would you say the 12 tribes?
I got something real quick. Hold on. This is the book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 28. Saying, did not we straightly command you that you should not teach in this name? They say, and behold, you have filled Jerusalem with your doctrine. So it is a name. The doctrine, the name is a doctrine.
Doctrine,
it's our doctrine. That's really, so y'all don't gotta have it. So they wasn't, the scribes and the Pharisees wasn't accepting it.
Right.
They didn't have to. It was their doctrine.
Right.
The true doctrine. It say, intend to bring this man's blood upon us. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey Yahweh rather than men. The power of our fathers raised up Yahushai, who you slew and hanged on a tree. Him have Yahweh exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior for to give repentance to Israel.
Right.
Perfect.
And when you look at when he got on the cross, Pilate wrote in Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. If the name didn't matter, why did he say Yahushua of Nazareth on the cross, man? Or why didn't they just say something else? And his name in Hebrew, names mean something, right? So his name means he's gonna save, he delivers. You know, that trash the name Jesus, because Jesus just means earth pig in the Latin.
Yeah, his name means exactly what he's gonna do.
Right.
You know?
It's like, now let's get the law on this. You know? The book of Exodus chapter 23.
Perfect.
That's fine. Exodus 20. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 7. Thou shalt not take the name of Yahweh thy power in vain, for Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that takes his name in vain.
So that Salaki, I know you wanted to elaborate on it, but that cuts all you Israelite groups who harp on the law, but don't say the name is important. You know, that cuts you, man. Period. Go ahead. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, and that word right there for vain basically means meaningless.
Mhm.
Make it meaningless. That dude in the video, it's like that dude in the video, he was basically saying, "Oh, why that matter? The name of the Lord don't matter, man. It's about keeping the commandments, it's about keeping the word. What the Lord, Yahushua is the word, man. No, so
And you just read a commandment that said you're supposed to consider his name seriously.
Right.
I got something real
And then
quick
even
too.
when you even when you look at Yahushua, he manifested the Father's name when he was on the earth. So now we manifest the Father's name through the Son. So we just doing the same thing Yahushua did, but we're just manifesting the Father's name through the Son.
Beautiful.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 9. After this manner, therefore, pray you, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
It's in the prayer.
It's in the prayer. He said this is the way he told his disciples to pray. He said you don't got to do all these vain and that's the first thing. The first line of the prayer is his name for the Father's name to be hallowed. 99.9.
Yeah, appreciate
Bring this up real quick. This is Jeremiah 7:23. But this thing commanded I them, saying, Obey my voice, and I will be your power, and ye shall be my people. And walk ye in all the ways that I have commanded you, that it may be well unto you. But they hearkened not, nor inclined their ear, but walked in the counsels and in the imagination of their evil heart, and went backward and not forward. Since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt, unto this day I have sent unto you all my servants the prophets, daily rising up early and sending them. Yet they hearken not unto me, nor incline their ear, but harden their neck. They did worse than their fathers. And that's a lot of these camps, man. You know, they want to keep coming against Great Millstone about the name, about what the MOTB is, but yet they're not actually breaking down what it really is. You know, they want to talk about how they act like the Greek and the Hebrew is taboo, calling on
Yeah, a lot of that is I don't know.
bewitchment.
It seems like we passed that because you got all these kids is getting exposed. You got it's over for Sakari, it's over for ISUPK going down. He just General Yohana getting exposed right now.
I personally think IUIC just completely sold out.
Yeah.
I think they got a gag order on the name.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Don't
like
forget Sons of Thunder. They teaching John 1:1. It's not the pre-incarnation of.
Oh
Yahushua.
yeah.
man.
Nah, dude. Yeah.
They're still around?
Yep, HY,
I
all
thought.
that.
God, appreciate
Go ahead.
Book of
was
Ezekiel
Steve Murdoch's kid.
36.
Remember that?
Start verse Ezekiel 36, we got to start verse 21. But I have
said you
pity
wanted to
for
read
my
something too?
holy name, which the house of Israel have profaned among the heathen, where they went. Therefore, saying to the house of Israel, thus saith Yahweh power, I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, whither ye went. And I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahweh, saith Yahweh power.
Yeah, we have to have somebody. We have to have some a particular name to call on. Okay, we're not gonna call on the same name as the rest of the rest of the world when tribulation hits. All right, and hey, the Lord even said, was that Matthew 7? Not everyone that saith Lord, Lord shall enter into the kingdom. So even if you know His name, you're still gonna have men that's excluded that even know the name.
Right.
So that shows you how powerful this thing really is.
Just like I was bringing out in Jeremiah 7:25, you know, the Lord sent His prophets out daily, man. There's really no excuse. Okay, all this back and forth and all these camps getting exposed. You guys underneath, man, it's your job to follow the right shepherd.
Hey,
But the Lord is going to leave a lot of you
Salaki.
blinded for destruction.
Salakia. The one brother had the vision I believe it was the brother from the Mississippi camp when he said that he was attacked by Satan. Was he in the Mississippi camp? But anyway, he was giving the testimony video in the hotel room.
Yeah,
He said he saw Satan, and when he said he was calling on the name of the Lord in his dream, it was like he said he felt like his hand got put over his mouth. So when he was saying the name, it was kind of like, it was kind of like, oh, boy, like he was trying to stop him from saying the name, So that's powerful, man. Go ahead.
It's the book of John chapter 3, verse 17. For Yahweh sent not his son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. He that believes on him is not condemned, but he that believes not is condemned already, because he believed not in the name of the only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai.
There you go.
This is 2 Esdras, the 3rd chapter, verse 34. Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance, and there is also that dwell the world, and so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel. That's plain. Throughout the history of Israel, just like in the Jeremiah 7:25 in the NLT, says the same thing. He sent them day in and day out. It was always teaching in the same name.
Yep.
What's even more critical, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, the falling away, we didn't have the name of the Lord.
Right.
So the Lord woke up the men of the Lord, Revelations 11:11, put that spirit of life, starting with the elder Abba Bivens, man. He started off with that root. And just like St. John 4, we enter into other man's labors. Now we carrying that name because it's power in that name. Ain't no other name. A lot of brothers actually heard, wait, hold on, that brother teaching another name, and brothers broke it down.
Yeah.
Break down Yehuda, and then you look in the actual modern Hebrew, they actually breaking it down wrong.
It's like also about the modern Hebrew. Modern Hebrew came from Arabic roots.
Right.
No, that dude, Ben Yehuda, he the one that made up the modern Hebrew. Now he got that stuff from Arabic roots. He didn't get it from the actual Paleo Hebrew. No, he got it from Arab, from the Arabs, basically. So that thing not official, man. But that's the thing they put in the scriptures, acting like that's the name of the Lord, man.
Right.
Hey, this is holy, man. The name of Yahweh, Shai is holy, man. This is something that the Lord didn't give to anyone else, no other leaders, no other group of people, no other nation, or unto us, man. No, unto a small group. And that's a blessing, man.
Imagine how many testimonies brothers have from calling on the name. Right. I know I got a couple, so there's testimonies of brothers all around the world that can break down, yo, man, when I called on the name, this happened. Or when I called on the name, I was saved from this situation.
Right.
Or when I called on the name, hell, I ain't get that speeding ticket. It could be something little or it could be something drastic. But hey, we and even when you when you feeling a particular way in this truth, rather your spirit may be low sometimes, or rather the Most High might have you in that season where he whooping your ass. When you call upon that name, in the back of your mind, that like, I'm gonna be good.
Right.
So that's all we got, man.
That's why it's important to pray.
Yep.
Because you can't pray without calling on the name.
And that's the spirit, because when the elder apostle Rakat, before the Mr. Pegasus got exposed, he did a prayer about revealing anybody that's doing anything secret in this truth.
Yep.
And a few days later, Mr. Pegasus just, pop goes the weasel. And that's just how you know how powerful that name is. And I got this precept. This is St. John 10, verse 1 and 2. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. But he that entereth in by the door is the sheepherd of the sheep. You got other brothers that's coming in this truth, and they using another name, and they trying to steal the sheep of the Lord, right? Let alone they trying to make profit off of a false name.
Right.
But as soon as you tell them that brothers would say that Christianity is a white man doctrine, the name is not real, but they teaching in the name. That's like you contradicting your own damn self.
Man, that's what IUIC is. It's a big Christian / Israelite group.
Yeah.
It's basically Christianity sprinkled in with some. It's basically you put the Israelite doctrine, you mix it with the Christian doctrine.
Right.
And with that name, Israel United in Christ, they're setting a particular standard of Christianity.
No, that same group, they say, oh, Christ is just a title. Christ is just a title. But when they read Isaiah 9:6, they say, oh, his name is wonderful. His name is mighty God. His name is everlasting power. No, they say all that, but they don't realize that that's just a title, man. Counselor is just straight up a title, man. When you go to the President of the United States, do you call him by his actual name or do you call him Mr. President? You call him Mr. President. Is that his name? No.
Yeah, it's his title.
It's a title, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
You got
Now go ahead, bring it out. Yeah.
All right, this is Saint Matthew the 9th chapter, going straight to the point, verse 17. It says, neither do I start at 16. It says, Yahweh said unto them, can the children of the bride chamber mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them? But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken from them, and then shall they fast. No man putteth a piece of new cloth into an old garment, for that which is put in to fill it up, taken from the garment, and the rent is made worse. Neither do men. Verse 17, it says, neither do men put new wine into old bottles, else the bottles break and the wine runneth, and the bottles perish, but they put new wine into new bottles, and both are preserved. Let alone when you come in this truth, you put in that old wine, that old unleavened into this truth. You know, we left the Christianity doctrine. Why would we bring that into this?
Right.
Because there was no power. Nate Turner, when he was teaching the name of Jesus, he did some good part, but really that wasn't the time for the word to make action.
Right.
So he was still teaching in the wrong damn name. Martin Luther King, he didn't have a dream, he had a nightmare. He came in the wrong motherfucking name. You know what I'm saying? The name has power. You know, what did he do with Pharaoh? He said he manifested, manifested his name by hiding Pharaoh so that his power can be shown throughout the world. That's what the Lord is doing with Israelites and with these other nations, man.
And the Lord don't change.
Yeah.
He did it before and he's doing it again.
Yep.
He's not coming up with some new shit, man.
Right.
Lord stayed the same script, man. You know?
Hey man, I googled Serapis Christus, and it says AI overview. Serapis Christus is a term sometimes used to suggest a connection or conflation between the Greco-Egyptian deity Serapis and Jesus Christ. But then it goes into bullshit. But there's no historical evidence to support this, and most Christians reject such claims. We're not Christians, right? We're Israelites. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Right. But anyways, you go to the images, right?
You know, it goes back to paganism.
It's all right there, man.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
It's the same guy.
It's
the same guy, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
The precept, Philippians chapter 2, verse 9. It reads, Wherefore the Most High also hath highly exalted him, and given him a name which is above every name, that at the name of Yahushua HaMashiach every knee should bow, of things in heaven and things in earth and things under the earth.
Yeah, and he's making his name known through his men. Go ahead.
And that every tongue should confess that Yahushua HaMashiach is Lord, to the glory of the Most High, the Father Yahweh.
Yeah, because when he comes back, he's ultimately coming back to take the crowns of these so-called kings of the earth, and his rulership is going to be established, which is going to be the kingdom of heaven. But first, we know this place has to be nuked. All right, which is technically known as the second death. You know, 2 Peter 3:10. It's in the Apocrypha when it speaks about the arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. So once this kingdom is put down by who the world calls Yahushai, who the world calls Jesus Christ, but his real name is Yahushai, then his kingdom is going to be established. All right, and then everything is going to be in his right form. You know, and that name is going to reign supreme. You know,
That's right.
it's going to reign supreme. Go ahead.
The book of Galatians chapter 1, that's our verse 6. I marvel that ye are so removed from him that called you into grace of a Mashiach into another gospel, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and would pervert the gospel of a Mashiach. But though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you, that which we have preached unto you, let him be a curse.
That's why I say knowing that you an Israelite is not enough. You know, we got to know. You know, well, what's the name of the Lord? You know, we're gonna question you.
And,
We're gonna see where your Israelite IQ is at.
yeah, and you could tell. That's why you see a lot of these groups. A lot of the men is zombies because when Sakari and them was saying they don't fuck with Luke and Mark said, them men was supposed to walk out of there.
Right.
You're supposed to be like, okay, they teaching a different doctrine now. Because they wasn't teaching like that when they first started teaching like that. When ISUPK said that John the Baptist wasn't in the truth, supposed to walk right out the class. Okay, now it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
That's like they was on point, but then wham, okay, it's time to go.
Went fucking way left because now you saying fuck the men of the Lord.
Right.
Not yeah, but you saying fuck the doctrine though. Like,
Yeah, because that was never taught. That was
Yeah,
never
it was never
taught.
taught.
How would Yahushua say that even the least in the kingdom is going to be greater than what John was? Why would the Lord even identify the least in the
Yeah,
kingdom?
but
compared to John?
before that, he said that out of men born on the earth, born among women or something like that, he said nobody's greater than John the Baptist.
Right.
So then the Lord said it. Paul didn't say it that he not because Paul's not an authority.
According to them.
Yeah. So the Lord said it, and then that's not good enough.
That was real disrespectful.
That's real disrespectful.
That's real disrespectful.
Right.
And every word should be accounted for in the time of judgment.
Yeah.
So for them to say things like that,
Play yogurt, all that crazy.
You can't trust a nigga who always teaching the Bible with sunglasses, man.
Yeah.
or with a
You
do
can't
rag
trust a
on.
nigga like that, man. I want to see your eyes, nigga.
Right, got a deep
No.
relation with a damn hat.
Yeah.
Or take away from the book of Hebrews, it's not inspired, or Ruth is not inspired by the Lord, but Hebrews goes so deep when it goes into the priesthood
And the
when it
power
goes
of
into
the
the
Lord.
sacrifice. Yeah,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
Hebrews is a very important book, man.
These guys can't even do a video without a hat on, man. Every video they got a fucking hat on. Every single one.
And they're ashamed of that forehead.
And it's written now should not a man should not pray or prophesy with his head covered.
Right.
And if you say that that's not authoritative, then that's when you go to when the Apostle Paul said, the things that I write unto you, they are the commandments of the Lord. All right? And also, the Apostle Paul was personally taught by Yahushua in the Spirit.
Come on.
When he was knocked off the horse, Yahushua taught him.
Huh?
So it's a lot of, you niggas are fucking wicked, man. That's all it is. You guys are wicked.
Then Paul even said, he said that the natural man, he can't even discern the things of the spirit.
Right.
And throughout the whole Bible, you gotta, you have to level out.
We
spiritually.
see why y'all don't like Paul. We see it because a lot of things that Paul said are things that you do,
Right.
or things that you want to do.
Right.
But then you'll be on the highways at your camp and say, "Give me Galatians,"
Right.
you know,
Right. And
when
then
it's
now,
beneficial for
yeah,
you.
that's a fact. Then even in debates, you got Christians using that ammunition. So you basically, the Lord is revealing you. So now you a pawn, man.
Yep.
You know. I got a precept for what Zion was talking about.
Galatians 1, I gotta read 8 again. But though we are an angel from heaven, preach any other gospel unto you, then that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. As we said before, so I say now again, if any man preach any other gospel unto you, than that ye have received, let him be accursed. For do I now persuade men or Yahweh, or do I seek to please men? For if I yet please men, I should not be as a servant of Mashiach.
And that's why that's indeed that's the end all be all. These men is they're men pleasers. They want to please men. They care what men say. We don't care what men say. He's calling us rapists for fucking over 10 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we made videos back then. We was like, fuck it. We just kept teaching.
Yeah.
These dudes care what men say. They gotta respond to every little thing.
Yeah, and then when they say
They don't read no scriptures when they doing it.
Yeah.
They go do 5 hours and read 2 scriptures. You gotta find them.
That's why they comment boards be like that.
Yep.
It's just all
Simps.
praise to the Most High
Yeah.
with hand emojis and
Yeah.
Right.
all that bullshit.
And
There's
high
no.
five emojis when they
Yeah.
think it's praying hands.
And then when they come-
ATTMH.
and then when they come at us about the great thing, they sound like a damn news reporter.
Yeah.
These men teach you could
They
violently
better
sexually assault.
Right. They need to be careful with that because everybody who been throwing that accusation on us been
They got
getting
fucked
accused
up.
of it.
Starting
They
with
been getting-
Polite and then Al-Azhar.
Yeah.
and General Yohana.
Right.
Yep. Al-Azhar got convicted 2 days later.
Spiritually convicted, man.
And Slovakia, one of their members said one of the stupid ass thing that we keep talking about the mark of the beast, they keep talking about the name of the beast, but where are their fringes at? Why are they teaching about fringes? This is what one of the members just said. Said in the comment section. That's how deluded they are. Bro. They only care about fringes.
And we're going to keep talking about the mark of the beast. We're going to keep doing it.
You got to because they won't.
Right.
Some of you niggas might get the mark of the beast in your fringes.
Yup, that's a fact.
Seriously, man.
Yo, and then they always use old videos, like old videos when it comes to like trying to rebuke GMS, but you know that's flawed. And then when you talk about the fringes, you could go read in Zechariah that some of them false teachers is gonna hide their prophet garments. So what you got to say about that one? You know, because even in Jacob Trouble, who gonna be looking? Let me get my friend. You gonna be trying to hide because they're gonna persecute the ministry, man.
Yeah. We got a goddamn fringe factory. Every new believer comes in, gotta make a new fringe t-shirt, put them on their face.
And they're all profiting off that shit, man.
Right.
Nate's
Filthy
wife
lucre.
has a contract with the factory that produces the garments. That's been put out there, man. He's making a killing on that. All the camp starter kits.
You can't even say, yo, my wife made me this. I wouldn't wear this one. It's blue. You know? It's gotta come from them. It's gotta be purple. My wife made me this nice black garment. I want to wear this to camp. They're gonna be like, nah.
Right.
That's fucked up.
And when you go to some of them camp channels and you click the view channel and they'll have the Cash App, PayPal,
Yeah.
Venmo, and all the
A lot of them do the super chats.
Yeah.
They get money.
They should keep that secret.
Freely ye have received, freely give.
Yeah, they doing because they doing it for filthy lucre's sake.
Right. That's the
Fucking
same with Samuel's sons, man. 1 Samuel the 8th chapter, man. They did it for bribe. You got prophets that's teaching for hire.
Y'all seen that?
And they got killed.
Y'all seen that video with General Yohana, Aisha PK about paying Passover fees?
Oh, yeah.
That shit funny as hell. And then
They was
the
doing push-ups and shit.
Mahayan dude was like, y'all got money for weed and coke, but you don't got no money for the Passover.
Why the fuck would you want a nigga that's buying weed and coke to come to your Passover?
Right.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
You niggas are dumb, man.
Like what the
If you buying weed and coke, fuck you. Don't come to our
if
Passover.
you buying weed and coke, you not in the truth.
Yeah. So that shows you that they got niggas at their Passover that's smoking weed and doing coke. That's what it sounds like to me. I ain't gonna bear false witness,
or
but
selling it, smoking it, or selling it.
Right. What is that? 1 Corinthians
Yeah.
11, where he said, "Don't drink, or eat of this bread unworthily."
Yeah.
Then you got a man that get caught for being Mr. Pegasus, the Olympus, and didn't go ahead and do Passover. That's how you know.
they should have had a
those
nigga
men
at
don't
the.
care for the name
They
of the
should
Lord.
they should have had a nigga at the door waiting, and they should have said, if you see Al-Azhar, kick his ass
Don't
out.
let him in here.
But they still let that nigga up in there.
Right.
And he defiled y'all whole Passover. He defiled the whole room.
Shit.
Yeah.
Because that's sodomy.
Yeah.
And what the script say about sodomy? You know, there should be no sodomy amongst Israel.
And if you said that his thing is, he said he been repented from that. Then why was you still sitting in your seat?
Yeah.
If you still was the chief priest, why somebody didn't say, yo, where Al-Azhar been at? You know, did he step down? You didn't have us wondering. You did that shit. You still was in your seat. But then when you got exposed, that's when you stepped down.
He ain't even stepped down.
You know?
Because within the same month, he got exposed, and in the same month, 2 weeks later, he did a poll on his Instagram
Yep.
or whatever social media site he had to say should he return to YouTube, and then he was back on the
A
scene.
poll, like the ministry is a fucking democracy,
right.
man.
It was like 100 and some people said yes, and like 10 people said no, and then he was back on the scene
Because he loves attention.
within a month.
Yeah, and a lot of people left some congregations because people got quiet over that. But when you deal with like polite or you deal with other situations in Israel, people want to hurry up and stab it. But let it be Great Millstone. People
Right.
will still be talking about it right now.
It'd be breakdancing.
Yeah, man, what? It'd be super ammunition.
Right.
It'd be money all in the super chat.
Yep.
You know, I got this precept.
Yeah,
which I said.
we gonna line these up and then we gonna close up. So.
All right, this is Ecclesiastes 12, verse 14. It says, "For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil."
Mhm.
You know, and if the Lord reveal anything that you have done, like secretly, and it's out to the community, that's where you're supposed to be having the fear of the Lord. Like, oh shit, damn. That's how you know the Lord is always watching any one of us, man. Everybody's held accountable, especially to be in a higher seat. You know, like the parable where he said, when you go to the kingdom banquet, you get the lesser seat, you get the high seat. If brothers want to get the high seat, then now when shit is pointed on you, now you want to act another way.
Because the lesser seat shows humility.
Yeah.
You know, you don't jump right into the oh yeah, I'm that dude. You know.
Yeah.
I gotta sit up at the front.
Yeah.
table.
It's better that you be called up. Like, hey brother, you know, you come up here, like, you know.
Yeah, because before honor is humility, you know, and pride comes before destruction.
Yeah.
All right,
Go ahead. Oh, you got more? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
This Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, the NLT, it says, "History merely repeats itself. It has all been before. Nothing under the sun is truly new." So the same things we see throughout different congregations, right? The same thing with Esau. This same movement is already happening, just in another advance.
Yep.
Like brothers saying that y'all thinking that the real ministry is the internet. What about face to face? No, the Lord blessed us with this internet. Now brothers don't gotta travel to different countries or different cities. You could just record, sit your butt down, record, and press send, and the video go everywhere.
Yeah, like last week the brothers from Hawaii was watching us.
Right.
You know, it's you know, you ain't it's worldwide. It's the unicorn.
Yeah, just like in the ancient world, we wrote letters and sent them. You know, that letter might have took a week, a month, or months to hit whatever country. Now these videos is modern day epistles, so where we pretty much writing a letter with our tongue, and we sending it through the unicorn.
Yeah, modern day epistles. Go ahead, bro.
The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 4. "For if he that cometh preacheth another Yahushai, who we have not preached, or if ye receive another spirit, which ye have not received, or receive another gospel, which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear wisdom." You know, right now we're bearing wisdom to the spirit by rebuking them, by correcting them to the spirit, man. But the Lord not got to bear with them forever, man.
And that's love. That's love we doing, you know, bearing with them and rebuking them through the spirit.
Right.
You know, the niggas take it as hate.
Right.
It's not hate, man. We're doing this out of love. If we didn't love you, we wouldn't say shit.
Right.
So just let the Lord kill you, man. But homie, we're rebuking you, man.
Right.
And a lot of times you have to protect the flock when you see men doing particular things, or when you see men going off in the doctrine. You may do a video, you know, and rebuke it, but that's really you protecting the flock.
Yeah.
Because if you see something, say something, right?
Hey, that's in the law.
don't see no wicked shit and then don't say nothing about it. You know, rebuke that shit, man. If the Lord put the spirit on you,
Especially if you're a veteran in this truth,
Yeah.
man. You got the role of an overseer.
Yeah, what's
Right,
name got
watchman.
killed for that? Eli. Eli got killed for that because his kids was wicked.
Right.
And
He fell off the stool and broke his neck, right?
Yeah, but he seen that his kids was wicked, but he was doing the right thing with Samuel, raising up Samuel. But he was just like your house go down the drain.
Right.
and a lot of times when we see something, the immediate spirit on us is, I gotta do a response. That's the spirit.
Yeah.
You know. Go ahead.
When you go to Sirach 27:3, it tells you if a man order his house shall not fall.
Yep.
And our house is first Peter chapter 2 verse 5 is a spiritual house.
Mhm.
The new temple, the third temple, is the elect in the faith. Man.
Yep, being
You know?
built.
Yeah.
Yep.
You gotta make sure every stone is in order.
Yep.
You know, every piece, shine, clean, shoot. You gotta sometimes re-sweep the damn temple. That's why brothers go back into the basic. Sharpen their sword. right? You gotta maintain the temple, you know.
Yeah, one band, one sound, man.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
This is Titus 1:10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. So some of the worst men in Israel are actually in the ministry, man. Okay?
For now.
Yeah. For now.
Go ahead.
Whose mouths must be stopped,
Yeah.
who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake.
And I wanted to say there's different ministries, you know. There's the men who teach the 100% truth, and there's different other ministries that teach falsehood, you know. And everybody that's, you know, secretively so-called wicked, you're gonna be exposed. That's why it's best that you be 100, man, and constantly examine yourself.
And the script said there should be some that crept in unawares. You know, these Esau, Edom, sending agents, you know, having a man, Abe, act like you diligent, you know, act like you sincere, show up, get in the camp, you know, groups of men, and then they could spread lies or spread leaven, because, you know, a little leaveneth the whole lump. And you know, they could cause false doctrines, come up with new covenants,
right.
Say the name don't matter, and, you know, pretty much cause confusion.
Yeah. It was a so-called sister that came in the truth and transformed her whole lifestyle into a man. And
Wow.
was around laboring with the brothers.
Wow.
And she had a whole girl.
That's fucking
in the
crazy,
truth.
man.
And the girl was in the truth, Kwame Yasharella, and they were both making it seem like this was the dude. Then it slipped and it came out that was a whole girl.
They wasn't in the camp, was they?
Yeah, it was in a camp that we know. So it's either between Shikari, WFI, Zion, one of
Wow, that's
the
crazy.
But that's
That's
only
known.
that's it. It could only happen in one of them camps. That couldn't happen in Great Mills, no?
Yeah. That's wicked as hell, though, man.
Huh?
That's wicked as hell. For a person to transform, that's wicked,
that's
man.
super wicked.
That's crazy.
Deep spirit.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's a deep spirited, wicked motherfucker, man.
Yeah, for a woman to do some shit, man. I mean, well, you know, there's no wickedness above the wickedness of a woman, so, you know.
That's crazy. But see how the Lord revealed it, though.
Yeah.
The Lord revealed it, and that's the thing. The Lord is going to reveal, you know, whether it's spies and all of that shit, they all going to be revealed.
Right.
And the elect is going to be delivered, you know?
Right. That's a fact. Just like how a man can be strong in the truth and say they got a fantasy of a so-called Edomite tearing my wife up.
We're in a mega
You know,
camp.
like how can you even want to really come back in 1 week to come and teach after
And then-
that just came out, your wife.
That's a
I
wicked
got
nigga.
fantasy
And you
of
can't wait
getting
for the
thrashed
sun to
by
go
Edomite.
down.
Yeah, you know what?
That shit
Really,
is crazy.
really,
Crazy,
on
bro.
some real shit, he really wasn't strong in the truth. Like, we seen them a mile away. We seen this coming years ago.
Yeah.
It's just people was mystified by the nigga. Just like the dude from San Francisco. He was a good talker. The one dude that got kicked
Yeah, I know
out.
what you're talking about.
People was mystified by him.
Yeah.
So just like Captain Cesario, I can slide people that get mystified by these dudes. But we seen him a mile away. We seen he was off. We seen the pride on him. So
He was
like,
constantly being rebuked by
Yeah.
GMS Tooth, but he just never took the heed.
This the book of Sirach, chapter 16, verse 11. If there be one stiff neck among the people, it's a marvel if he escape unpunished. For mercy and wrath are with him. He is mighty to forgive and to pour out displeasure. So nobody can get away.
Yep.
The Lord said if it's one stiff neck among the people, out of all the people on the earth, it's a miracle if he escaped unpunished.
Right.
So nobody gonna escape judgment.
Right. Yeah, that goes when you look at Ezekiel 9 and 4, only the elect is gonna get the mark of exemption.
Yep.
You know,
The
from
Tawah.
judgment.
Yep.
But the 2/3, you're not gonna be exempt. You know?
The angels are gonna smite them.
Right. You gotta think, you know what they call Jacob's ladder. The angels are descending on the earth and going to the heavens. They watching everything.
Yep.
You know, with some brothers, I don't like being on the camera, but through the spirit, you are on camera.
Right. The eyes of the Lord are
24/7,
10,000 times brighter than the sun.
Yeah, he
Everything
watching
is everything is being recorded by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
There's angels and demons watching your ass 24/7.
Right.
Even if it's true.
Right. That's a fact, bro.
Hey, so with that, we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. All right, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. Peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. Lord willing, you will edify. Lord willing, we'll see you next week. Shalom.
Shalom.